What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to bring you a quick reason why I downgraded tablets. This is going to be a quick mini review of the Lenovo P11 Plus. This is a downgrade as I previously had Apple tablets, iPad, I think it's the first 11-inch Pro, which was about $500, $550 if you count tax and everything, but this sent me back $179. You can get it for that price pretty frequently on sale, and it's an Android tablet. It runs Android 11. It does run a stock version of Android, so that's something to keep in mind when you're shopping around for tablets. The Samsung ones have their own little skin on there, so it's not actually a stock Android experience. So $179. I have no idea what processor's in here. I think one of the 4-core Qualcomm processors. I think it only has 4 gigabytes of memory and 64 gigabyte storage. That's all I need. Mainly the things downloaded on here is videos, mainly Disney stuff for our little one. This is mainly used most often in the car with him more than anything. I do use it a little bit just for if I'm in the kitchen and need to get some quick stuff that I want to look at. So the first thing I noticed with this compared to the iPad is it's definitely a huge downgrade in the responsiveness and speed. This doesn't have 120 Hz refresh rate. This does have a 2K screen on it, and the screen is pretty vibrant, pretty accurate in color. I think it's very similar to the iPad. It's just not quite as crisp. It doesn't get quite as bright, and it doesn't have 120 Hz refresh rate. This is 60, so it is a little jittery. Once you've gone to 120 Hz, it's hard to go back down to the 60. So the screen, I think, is still on the same quality as that. It has a few more downgrades, but not a whole lot there. When it comes to just the using experience, overall operating system, it is definitely slower. Android is not much different, I don't think, than iOS. They're both pretty well customized softwares now, but it is a little bit slower. That's probably because of the processor and the RAM. It's just not quite integrated together, and it's just a little bit slower. I mean, it costs half the price as that. Build quality seems really good. It seems really solid, similar to like a ThinkPad. You just have that nice build quality to it. Connectivity, you just have USB-C for charging, which is good. You do have a power button and then a volume button here, which is pretty standard on most tablets. So I do like that it's USB-C charging. Excellent battery life. I charge it maybe once a week. We use it probably 4 or 5 times a day, mainly in the car or in the kitchen before I'm getting ready to go to work. So it does get pretty good battery life in terms of you could use this all day and it probably wouldn't die. Great video playback. The speakers on it are not great. I would say they're average, but they will work, I think, for most people out there. They will work just fine. The charger, it's just a standard USB-C charger. It charges fairly quickly, almost to where if it does fast charging, it charges it to you and the battery gets too warm, it will basically tell you to unplug it and let it cool down and then recharge it. So that's kind of a little bit of a negative. When I first charged it, it took a little bit because it got a little bit too toasty. That's maybe the one negative of it. That and the responsiveness, it's just a little slow, but it's under $200, which I think for a 11-inch tablet that's running Android 11, I know it's not 12, but a modern Android stock, I think it's a really good deal. I would highly recommend this. Almost over on any of the Amazon ones, also like the Amazon Fire, the 10 tablet, I think is supposed to be pretty good, or the 10 HD. But I would probably go with this just because you're getting that stock Android experience. You get all the stock apps. So far, all the apps I've worked really good on this. I mainly use all the Google apps and Disney, Netflix, HBO, Gmail, things along that line. Apple Music works really well on this also. The app does. So if you're familiar with Android, you will like the experience of this. The cameras on this are not good, but I don't know who buys a tablet for the camera, but that's just from my perspective. I don't see why anyone would do that. It does get a ton of fingerprints on it. That's my only big gripe, is that it tends to get a lot of fingerprints on it. But besides that, it does get a little warm if you're using it, especially even watching video. It will get a little bit hot, but not anything that has made it shut off or anything like that. It's been in direct sunlight for over half an hour playing video, and it hasn't had any problems. Let's see, anything else? One neat thing that I found is that, so it does have this feature, so you can basically customize it how you want. So if you swipe this way, so we have our YouTube TV, which is the TV service we use, so it's nice that it's easy to just get to your TV stuff, get to your apps. So basically if I'm wanting to get it to anything, I just swipe over and I got all my recent apps here and my YouTube TV kind of channels here. It's a very nice feature. So if you're into all that and you really are into the Android ecosystem, even though I'm using an iPhone, I'm currently using Windows machines, but even if I was using Mac stuff and I just wanted a cheap tablet and I wanted to spend under $200, this is what I would get. If you want to spend $300-400, that's when I would start getting into just one of the standard iPads, or even a used, refurbished, straight from Apple iPad Air or something if you can get it on a cheap. But if you're not wanting to spend over $200, I think this is the way to go. I don't think you can, for the money, I just don't think you can get a better experience than this. The only negative that I found is that I don't think you can delete this little bar here. If you look down there at the bottom, the little search bar, there's no way that I found to delete it. You can make it really small and kind of hide it in the corner, as you can see here, but I haven't found a way to be able to actually delete it. So that's kind of a little bit of a bummer there. Oh no, you can't remove it. Actually, never mind. Let's scratch that. Looks like you can't remove it. But the buttons feel good. It feels like it would last for a decent amount of time. It does have the option to put a SIM card in it. At least it has a SIM card slot here. And it came with information on, if you have a SIM card, how to activate all that stuff. So I assume you can get it with an LTE and add it to your phone line if you want. But we have everything that we can download it, so we haven't had to do that. So the positives, excellent battery life, very good screen, cheap, $179. I haven't seen it lower than that, but it goes on sale for $179 pretty often. $189 is also, I think, a good deal. But those are the three big things. Under $200, okay performance, especially for that price point, excellent screen, excellent battery life. And Android 11. You get stock Android 11, so you don't have to worry about any of the skins like the Amazon or the Samsung ones thrown on top of that. And build quality for $179 is very well built. It feels similar to an iPad, I think. It doesn't feel quite as premium, but it feels pretty close to there for the price point. A few negatives. It's a little slow. I don't know what processor it's using, or if you get one with more RAM, if that would help, but it is a little bit on the sluggish end. It's just not the most responsive thing in the world. It does take a little bit to open things up and blah blah blah. But once it gets going, it's okay. I'm not in a big hurry for anything. The speakers aren't good, the cameras aren't good, but I don't think that's a deal breaker. The speakers are okay, they will work for most people, but when I use this in my car, I just hook it up to my radio and the audio plays through that. So honestly, I don't really use the speakers all that much. So that's really it. That's my quick. I've only had it for a couple weeks, but so far I've been pretty happy with it, especially for that price point. You can extend the warranty on it too if you wanted a longer warranty, but I wouldn't. It's $179, so if it breaks, then I'll just get another one. So that's it. Comments, questions, leave them below, and I will get back to you. Hope you have a good rest of the day, weekend, whatever is out there, and I'll see you guys next time.